Okay, now you know how our program works. In this short video, I'm going to share the 3 things all our most successful students do. Most people think that whether you can become a successful Pilates instructor is mainly down to your fitness or your age or your body shape or how skilled you are at the Pilates movements. But after over a decade of data and thousands of students, we've seen that none of these things actually makes a big difference. Our most successful students and our least successful students look pretty much the same in terms of fitness, background, body shape, and starting ability. What is different comes down to just 3 things, and you already know this from doing Pilates classes yourself. The hardest part isn't the workout, although that can be hard. The hardest part is actually deciding to show up. Once you walk in the door to your Pilates session, there are still hard parts, but it's easier to keep going. And by the end of the class, you always feel better, both physically and about yourself. Even if you're tired and even if you don't have the perfect workout, you'd never regret going. It's exactly the same with this decision. The hardest part, and the bit where most people fail, is deciding to get started. Once you commit, the rest gets a lot easier. Our least successful students avoid the uncomfortable bits. They avoid real conversations with their spouse. They delay the decision. And then when they finally enroll, they put off doing workshops. They're waiting to be perfect before they show up. And the problem is, fear feeds on avoidance. The longer they wait, the bigger the fear gets. And ultimately, they never build the confidence they need. And many of them either drop out or they never make it to a teaching job at the end. In contrast, our most successful students do the opposite. They take action. They have a direct conversation with their spouse before the call, including finances, kids, and chores, so they'll know they have full alignment and freedom to decide. They make a decision on the call instead of putting it off, and they book and show up to their first 2 workshops in the first 2 weeks of the program, even if it's uncomfortable, even if they're not perfect yet. By doing that, they create momentum, they show up for themselves, and they build real confidence and skill. They know that confidence and skill don't come from waiting and thinking and researching. They come from acting. Waiting only feeds fear, and only action banishes fear. So here's the question. If you make this decision, if you go ahead and do this, even if it's hard, even if you're not 100% perfect, will you be proud of who you become in the process? And on the flip side, if you put it off for another day, another week, another month, another year, will you be proud of who you become by doing that? Okay, now you know the 3 things our best students do. Here's what to do next. Check the links under this video. Make sure you've looked at the schedule so you know you can commit to at least 2 sessions a week. If you haven't already, sign up for the trial so you can experience the program for yourself before we talk. Have a real conversation with your spouse before the call. Talk about money, talk about time, talk about who's going to cook dinner on Thursdays while you're studying. Then show up to the call ready to make a decision. I can promise you we're totally fine with a no, and there'll be zero pressure to say yes if it's not the right fit. But putting this off longer won't make you clearer. It'll only feed the fear and self-doubt. Ultimately, we only want you in the program if we can genuinely help you succeed, and we can only help you if you're ready to show up for yourself. So go ahead and check the schedule, sign up for the trial, talk honestly with your spouse, and we'll see you on the call.